Hey everyone, I'm Joe Bastien, VP of Sales with West Michigan Mortgage, and I have the privilege of leading an incredible team of loan officers here in West Michigan. Welcome to another episode of West Michigan Mortgage Weekly, a series where our team shares practical, real-world guidance to help homebuyers, homeowners, and real estate partners make confident decisions. Today, we're tackling one of the biggest questions people are asking right now. Is it better to rent or buy in 2026? With home prices, interest rates, and rents all changing, it can feel confusing to know the right move. So today, I want to talk you through the real numbers, the real trade-offs, and the things our team sees people miss every day. The true cost of renting in 26. Let's start with renting. Renting can absolutely make sense in certain situations. You may need flexibility. You may be relocating. You may be working on credit or savings, or you may not be ready for the responsibility of homeownership. But here's what often gets overlooked. Rent is not static. In most markets, rents continue to rise year after year. And when rent increases, you have no control, no cap, and no equity being built. Every rent payment is a 100% expense. You're paying for housing, but you're not creating any long-term financial return. Rent buys flexibility, but it builds zero equity. The true cost of buying in 2026. Now let's talk about buying. Yes, buying usually comes with a down payment, closing costs, maintenance, and a higher upfront commitment. But buying also comes with advantages that renting never will. When you own a home, part of your payment builds equity. You lock in a housing cost instead of chasing rising rent. You benefit from long-term appreciation, and you gain stability and control. Even in high-rate markets, homeownership is often about long-term positioning, not short-term perfection. Buying isn't about timing the market, it's about time in the market. Monthly payment versus long-term outcome. This is where people get stuck. They compare today's rent versus today's mortgage payment and stop there. But that's not the full picture. With renting, your payment will likely increase. You build no equity and you leave with nothing when you move. With buying, your payment stabilizes, your equity grows over time, and appreciation works for you, not against you. The question shouldn't be, is the mortgage payment higher today? It should be, where will I be financially in 3, 5, or 10 years? Short-term payment doesn't tell the long-term story. When renting makes more sense. Let's be clear. Renting is not throwing money away in every scenario. Renting can make sense if you plan to move within the next 1 to 2 years. Your income is unstable or changing. You're repairing your credit. You're rebuilding your savings. Or you simply value flexibility right now. Renting can be a strategic pause, not a failure. The key is being intentional, not just defaulting to rent because buying feels intimidating. Renting can be a strategy, not a setback. When buying makes sense. Buying often makes sense when you plan to stay put for several years. Your income is stable. You want predictable housing costs. You're thinking about building long-term wealth. And here's the part most people miss. You don't need to buy your forever home for buying to make sense. You just need a home that fits your life right now. The biggest mistake I see people make is waiting for perfect conditions, perfect rates, perfect prices, perfect timing. Meanwhile, rent keeps going up, equity opportunities pass by, and fear delays progress. Smart buyers focus on what they can control: affordability, loan strategy, long-term plans, and comfort level. Waiting for perfect often costs more than acting wisely. Some final takeaways. So here's the takeaway: renting versus buying in 2026. It's not about headlines, it's about you. Renting offers flexibility, buying offers stability and long-term financial opportunity. The right move depends on your goals, your timeline, and your comfort level, not what the market did last month. That's why these conversations should always be personalized. If you're trying to decide whether renting or buying makes sense for you in 2026, our team at West Michigan Mortgage would love to talk. This isn't about pushing one answer. It's about making sure that you have clarity, confidence, and a plan that fits your life. You can connect with any of our loan officers by visiting wmimortgage.com, and we'll make sure you're paired with someone who's a great fit for your situation. These weekly videos are meant to be a resource, not a sales pitch. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week on West Michigan Mortgage Weekly.